artist of treasure. Like RomareBearden was a cultural treasure. Not only was he a great artist, he was an artist that actually changed the direction of American art. He had such an impact that other people more or less piggybacked on his work, and their work grew just from being exposed to his work, because he had such a unique form of expression that it just changed the way people looked at collage, the way they looked at color, the way they looked at composition and design. And I think that it changes the world. It makes the world grow a little bit.
How well did you know RomareBearden?
Well, I knew him well enough to be on first name basis with him. I called him Romy. So I kind of knew him well. And as an artist, I revered him. I thought he was sort of like Buddha.
What do you want your students to understand about the way he created collages?
The compositions are just perfect for the most part. They are extremely worked out. I mean, you can look at them and say, well, he just glued a lot of paper down. And one of the things I find with my students is they really don't understand what a collage is. So trying to teach them balance and rhythm and composition is very difficult, because they've done collages in health where, you know, you cut out a box of cereal and you glue it down and you put some words on it, never given any thought to why you're putting them down and where they're putting them down. These would be collages on board, and he used a lot of paint too. After a while he began to paint the images too, so he would glue paper down and then he would cut out of a magazine or a photograph. He did a lot of tenements. This is a Harlem row of tenements. A lot of older African American artists did tenement buildings. You know, so what artists would do is they would do a call and response. Someone would paint a painting and someone else, not copying what they would do, but they would respond to it.
What was the significance of the artist's use of masks?
They made a choice to use this icon, almost like the McDonald's Golden Arches, but you would recognize it. It is a shorthand. It's a creative shorthand, but you would look at it and you would recognize that. Artists have a tendency to be observers of a culture more than, say, actually participate in it. They observe and they record. And I don't think his work, if you look at his work, it doesn't judge, it just records.
What were some of Bearden's favorite themes?
Of all the things he did, he liked the subject of jazz. He was a musician, so he liked writing music, and jazz and the guitar was a constant theme. And I think the second was Carolina scenes, you know, people in the rural South and trains.
RomareBearden once said, "The artist has to be something like a whale, swimming with his mouth wide open, absorbing everything." It's clear from the diversity of his works that Bearden practiced what he preached.